I've officially started my journey reading the Stormlight Archive. I have never been more intimidated to start a series than I have with the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. I'm about 30% of the way into The Way of Kings, which is book 1, and I have a lot of thoughts. This is 4 books out of the 5 that are currently out. There will be 10 total books in this series, so you can see why I put off reading this for as long as I did. I honestly was just waiting for the right time. A little background, I finished Silver Elite a couple weeks ago, and it was the biggest flop, and I blame the lack of substance. And I finished that book and I was like, I am ready to just up the ante with my reading. Nevertheless, I decided that this summer I'm going to be reading quality over quantity, starting with this. I am 1000% thoroughly enjoying this book so far. So good. And I already feel so much for these characters. I have sobbed already. I think it was like 200 pages in, I was crying for these people. And I know I'm not the first person to say this, but the world building in this series is absolutely phenomenal. It is blowing my socks off. There are cultures, there are different languages, different races. The magic system is so intricate. We also have a really cool set of customs and traditions between men and women, between different races, between different ethnicities. It's just crazy how well fleshed out this is, and I'm literally just barely scratching the surface with this series. One of the most important things for me to feel connected to a book is themes, and I can already tell that there are such strong themes of honor and leadership and legacy and right versus wrong, morals, relationships, found family, religion. And this is what I have been lacking. This is what I've been craving with my reading lately. A lot of that has been romantasy, which just has not been hitting as hard for me lately. So I'm fully in this. This is where I'm dedicating my time, and I am so glad that I decided to pick this up. I don't want to give any spoilers or give too much about the plot away, but I will say that I really love the way that Brandon Sanderson writes female characters. There's a scene in this book where one of the female main characters, her name is Shalon, she goes into a bookstore to try and find some books to help prepare her for a big plot that she has brewing. She requests some books on history and philosophy. Essentially, the shop owner is like, that sounds like pretty heavy reading for you. Are you sure you don't want just a romance? Like, can I interest you in this instead? And she's like, why would you assume that I only read romance? And then she proceeds to put him in his place by saying, the body needs many different foods to remain healthy, and the mind needs many different ideas to remain sharp. Wouldn't you agree? And so if I were to only read these silly romances you presume that my ambition can handle, my mind would grow as sick as surely as your sister-in-law's stomach. So she's comparing like eating too much food to reading too much of one thing. She's basically saying that women can have both. I find that in many of the books that I've been reading lately, the females are written as either super strong, girl boss, like stabby, wanting to fight and prove themselves, or super soft and timid. Women don't have to choose. Women can fight and be strong, and they can also have hobbies. Yes, I still have a long way to go, but I'm hoping to finish book 1 probably within the week or so.